we'll get to this a little bit more, but I need to publicly apologize to Age for my ineptitude in New York. That's a whole story. This is gonna be a whole story. We have so much to talk about, folks. Gamers, welcome to the Proxy Podcast.
Oh.
Can we officially call this season 3? Do we officially call this season 3?
Yeah.
Well, actually, this is the last episode of season 2 because we started season 2 when season 2 came out.
I like that.
And then when season 3 actually drops, because we still got to talk about 2.8.
Yeah.
Obviously, season 3 teaser dropped. There was a lot that was in there, but I'm very curious.
There was.
What was your guys' favorite design out of what we saw?
Favorite design?
That's not going to be all the characters in season 2. Because we had like 6 additional characters that weren't ever shown in the teaser for season 2. So there's going to be way more in season 3 for this. But from what we saw, what was your favorite?
Oh. Can I say 2?
Yeah, you can say 2.
Okay, well, one of them obviously has to be Severian. I'm just
really? Okay.
I was so elated. No, it's not even that I like his design the most per se, but it's more so the fact that they actually upgraded his design, which means he's going to be playable.
His silhouette was also in like the little Billy
yeah,
too.
And he looks really cool with like the double jacket and then his tie and the accessories. And he was mogging in that car. He was looking out the window.
He was looking out towards at an angle longingly.
What do you want him to be then? When he's playable,
I do want him to be S. Back in the Monato stuff, back then I said, Monato A rank, it's fine. People are overreacting. I take that back. I retract my statement. You know what? I get it, okay? I get it. Wanting like your favorite character to be S rank. I do want them to add more A ranks in general, but if it does like leave a kind of little bad taste in the mouth if it's like one male character and then they're the A rank. It's like also with Severian, it makes no sense for me, okay? If you have Severian, who is literally like the head of whatever squad is in charge of like the Suicide Squad thing with Sissia, if you have Sissia, like just a member of the squad as an S rank, and then you have her boss A rank, like what the that like it just why?
Well, because he's a guy. Because he's a male.
Well, yeah, I know he has the male debuff, unfortunately, but
okay,
I do hope that he is S rank, and then we get other A rank.
He is S rank. Are you gonna M6?
I cannot because I'm broke right now.
Okay.
I mean,
follow-up question.
I guess soft hard drop.
Same thing
I'm moving
with Hugo and Lighter.
Okay, but the difference is with Hugo and Lighter is that I guess this is like a hard drop on the podcast. I have mentioned it already, but I'm moving out next month, so then I am broke.
Oh, right. Yes.
Moving out costs.
Yes.
And all of that shebang. So in season 3, I'm going to be trying to basically skip the entire first half of the character banners.
Yeah.
And then start pulling Severian and then what was a Storyteller and then Ramielle and then Sunbringer. That's 4 in a row, okay? If this is the banner order of the release from the teaser, 4 in a row that I'm pulling for. So I got a full save, which is, something that's very tough for me, but we'll see. We'll try my best. I'll try my best. So, yeah. But my second character, which is Ramielle, I think that her transformed form is really, really sick. And then her wings, she has like freaking robot wings on the bottom, and it's like jets. So cool. The jets is so cool. So I really want to see what that looks like in its full form as well. So those are my 2. Ramielle, my pink queen. Any hair with pink character, I will absolutely love. That's the trick.
I do really like the idea of her having those like jet things to just go really super fast while flying. Like I want to see her just become a literal jet. It would be sick.
Like it'll be so cool to see the confrontation. Oh, that confrontation is gonna be so sick, but I don't think it's gonna happen for a while.
No, it'll probably be towards. Well, I don't know. They might do like a mid-season thing, and then like we have to deal with the repercussions of it. But we'll see. I mean, it's probably gonna be towards the end. But I posted a joke on Twitter of Remielle hitting because she said she likes grapple characters in fighting games. And so I posted the joke of her hitting Sunbringer with the Heavenly Potemkin Buster, where she just goes super high to the sky with the jets, just slams her down. I do hope we get.
Hey, Sunbringer doesn't have wings as far as we're aware. So
yeah, true.
Sunbringer's gonna have to lock in.
What does she do? What does she do?
Dude, who knows? She's gonna have a wing. She's gonna have wings made of bamboo. They're all gonna have the bamboo.
The bamboo are gonna lift her. They're gonna like hold hands, and then they're gonna lift her up in the sky. She's gonna have like a freaking Gundam made of bamboos.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad we all
agree. It'll be lit. But yeah, no. Overall, I actually like a lot of the characters, though, except for Valina and Norma. But you know, that's okay. Every other character I think looks. I don't really like Valina or Norma. I just think aesthetically they're just not really. Okay. I don't really like them, but that's fair. That's just like an aesthetic thing.
I think Valina looks a lot. Her art looks incredibly pretty.
I think Valina's art looks really good. I think she looks chopped in her model.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they both probably make some changes to it because I feel like a lot of people have been saying that. So we may see some changes in the actual model.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, they have been upgrading models based on feedback, so
I do like Norma's little hat though. Norma's stupid little bamboo hat is very cute.
I do think Norma's concept as a whole is really adorable.
Yeah.
What's your guys' parlay? Does she have a bamboo under that hat or no?
I would.
Well, she's actually 3 bamboos. She has 3 bamboos in a trench coat.
She has 3 bamboos. I was gonna say I hope not because it's clearly a gun. Like she used it as like.
He has a gun hat.
The hat's a gun. Yeah. We saw it in the trailer. She shot.
Oh my god, it's reminding me of like One Piece.
It's like a cannon. Yeah.
You know the one guy in One Piece who has the wig, and then he has guns that come out of the wig.
Oh, does he? Oh, okay. I haven't watched One Piece. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd hope that the bamboo's not getting harmed inside, but in her the quotes of her drip marketing, she's put multiple bamboo in a support group. So she seems to not treat them the greatest, I guess. We'll see.
Yeah. I may not have gotten a vision from the greater ether, the Hollow Zero. I may not have seen seen some things and
this guy's a dreamer.
Hey.
You be dreaming?
I'll say. Dreaming? It is quite cinema. Norma is quite cinema. Anyways, not to, say or not say anything, but I'm even still thinking about what my characters are. Yes, chat, no leaks. Yeah, I was gonna cut off right there. I wasn't gonna say anything. But man, as a pretty, I'm not the biggest fan of Rin Tosaka, but I'm a pretty solid fan of Rin. And the
from Fate, right?
And the Soon archetype. I'm down for a little good soon. You know what I mean? So the clarinet, she's came out of left field for me.
Clarinet.
Yeah, it's the clarinet. The clarinet.
What, you're gonna blow her?
Whoa! Off rip age. We're not even 5 minutes in. We're not even 5 minutes in.
You set it up. You set it up so well. You set it up so well. How am I supposed to resist? How can I resist when you set it up like that?
Unbelievable.
I have played the sax though. That's not the clarinet, but it's very similar.
The intrusive thoughts one.
Anyways,
I played alto.
Oh. Nice. Could start a band. Hey, did you play? This is so left field. Did you play were you like a musical instrument person? Because everyone had to do arts, right, in middle school or high school. What'd you guys do?
I dabbled. I did violin in middle school, and then in high school I abandoned music because I was triggered from classical piano lessons as a child.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I also learned piano.
Asian. I also
grades 1 through 8. But then I did choir in uni, and then I also did band percussion.
Oh, so you did everything.
Well, not everything, but various assorted instruments and musical thingies.
So Josh, what was your two what was your two favorites that you saw?
Clarinet.
Or sorry,
Clarinet.
You're talking about Clarinet. You never finished on Clarinet.
Clarinet.
That's my bad.
Yeah, I mean, Clarinet's one of my favorite designs. Low-key Roxy is it's everyone says she's underrated because like, oh yeah, because like the other characters are so peak. Like, I think her look and her style is super sick.
She has the most art on Twitter right now. They are eating. They are eating. Roxy, have you not seen that? My timeline is flooded with Roxy.
I have seen Roxy.
She has like
the
most fan art.
I've seen way more remielle.
I haven't seen any.
Sense.
What? I haven't seen any remielle.
All I've gotten is Sunbringer on my
timeline. I built my freaking timeline brick by brick.
What are we doing?
I built my timeline brick by brick.
Dude, you gotta start sending it to me.
Okay. I'll just start retweeting.
No, yeah, Roxy looks really cool. Like, I like the thing about like their faction, Claret and Roxy's faction, is I think it just looks really sick. Not necessarily not to like bring up the whole street style thing that's going on, but I do think in terms of like their designs, they do seem kind of a bit more kind of like that funky vibe.
Yeah.
That the Zenless Zone Zero, at least how I perceive Zenless Zone Zero from some of the older designs. So I think that their faction in particular looks really, really cool. I'm gonna have to skip them though because of my 4 in a row banners, but
yeah. I mean, we'll talk about that. I definitely want to mention some of the banner stuff. A sprinkle of meta. I know we don't talk too much about meta, but there is a big looming thing outside of just the characters. Wind.
I do actually want to talk about that with you too.
Oh,
because
lovely.
I keep seeing I keep seeing people say we'll talk about it when we get there.
Talk about it.
I'm seeing a lot of Doom posting for it, which I was confused about.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll
name a more iconic duo. Twitter and Doom posting.
Yeah, real actually.
Spoiler alert, some of it might be true, but we'll discuss in a little bit. Who's your favorites?
Definitely. Okay, so here's the thing. Oh god, it was everyone. It's really hard to pick. I was really stuck on Roxy and Claret for a long time because they just look really good. They do look really. I love the on Roxy, the like tombstone, like the rib thing.
Yeah.
It looks really good, and I hope that what chat has been saying, and I'm sure you guys have seen it around, but the possibility that Roxy could be the friend that Corrin had mentioned in the past.
Yeah. I saw speculation about that.
If that is like the connection, that would be really
cute.
Would be really sick. But also did you see my quote tweet that, because we went frame by frame on the whole trailer, Claret has the bat mask.
Oh, I didn't see that.
She has like a I think it was Comfy that said the Phantom Thieves, or maybe it was Comfy's chat, but she has like here, I'll get the picture for you.
Yeah,
that way you can bring it up for your own chat. I'll pull it up, and that looks really cool. But hands down, the one that I'm the most excited for and want to know more of is the Storyteller, like without a doubt. Because she won the naming, her just being called the Storyteller. We've not gotten a title like that, and like for a character in ever. So I'm very, very excited to see more about her and whatever her deal is. And also because the moment I saw all the like metal, the like liquid metal around her, her gameplay potential immediately.
I saw you talking about the possibility of her transforming a scythe.
I was like, oh my god, if she makes a scythe out of shit, I'm gonna go crazy.
Also, you know, like that little orb thing in her metal that they show in her part of the teaser when she's talking about the doom and gloom. I actually like when I first the little hollow thing. I thought that at first it resembled, you know, Madoka and how they have their little their little charms that they use to transform, that basically accumulates all of the bad energy, but then it also kind of like curses them. And then having like the hollow in that same shape too, it just makes me so curious about, like, obviously she's a very important character, kind of like, because like you said, of her name and then the way they kind of presented her, it seems like she kind of seems like a character that's not necessarily within the story, if that makes sense. She kind of seems like a mysterious entity, kind of. I'm sure she's gonna be, but the vibe, right, is that she kind of seems like she is. Oh, she's like the narrator. She's a storyteller. She's telling us something, like what, and then she's also connected to something that's like of the overarching whatever the hell's going on with the hollows and the energies because of the mini hollow in her thing, and I want to know what's going on.
I know.
Tell me your story.
I really want to know, especially because she seems to be like trapped, like locked up somewhere.
Yeah, she's just in a dark void.
Yeah, the trailer made it seem like she's using the butterfly, like she's using the life outside as like her eyes, and she's like seeing the world through that way. But yeah, I'm very curious about her. She also has like if you zoom in on the announcement trailer, or not announcement trailer, announcement image that they posted on Twitter, she has it's either like a counter or like a padlock on her like collarbone, like towards the top of her dress thing. But other than that, I'm also very excited for Sunbringer, obviously. Regardless of whatever design they give her, the lore tied to Sunbringer just makes me too excited to not want her immediately. So those are probably my two favorite. But everyone looks super peak. Although I will say I do like the doo-doo.
I mentioned prior to the podcast, doo-doo. Oh,
who's doo-doo?
Yeah, because you mentioned design. I was like, okay, I kind of like, Claretta and
who's doo-doo?
The Uma.
Oh.
Doo-doo is Durandal from HI3. She looks very similar to Durandal.
Oh.
Just Durandal's not a horse. But they, whenever we were going frame by frame, on her little like lance thing, they made the lance shine, and on the side of the lance, there's two little first of all, she seems like she's gonna be ice, because there's like a lot of blue, and there's like a little not snowflake. I don't really know what to call it. Star, I guess, a blue star on the thing. Anyway, there's two little things that are angled directly at the blade, like on the curved part of the blade. So if they shoot lasers and they channel through and just have like a massive laser through the lance, that's going to be peak. Okay, I'm just saying it's going to be so sick.
That would be really cool.
But yeah.
Also, just lance users in general. I love it when people use polearms, like polearm animations in games. I feel like swords. I just love the animations because they kind of have to use their whole body, and then that causes really dynamic things. Yeah.
Sorry, off the back of doo-doo, because I literally was mentioning doo-doo like before the pod, so thank you for bringing back up. Durandal's one of my favorite characters from HI3, from the small bits of me touring HI3. But that brings up a slightly second question, since we are getting some of these crossovers and more crossovers, as many of the folk could, very easily tell remielle is, Cyrene, Alicia, oriented, character. We did see a male NPC.
I thought he looked like Luke Herson from I was like, yo, what's Dr. Luke doing here?
I was like, oh my god, is that going to be our version of Otto? No,
I don't.
Couldn't be, right? Couldn't be.
Well, haven't the devs literally said that? Haven't the devs literally said that any coincidences in the designs are actually just coincidences because they're not trying to do any actual proper XPs?
Well, they said they don't want to do. Okay, so here's where we're gonna have to get into the terminology of like the definition of words. They don't want to do any variants. They said that if they were ever to, variant is where it's like very clearly the same character. So like Cyrene and Alicia. Those are variants. Like Kevin and Finon. The thing. XP is like, okay, it's a completely different story, but like visually you can see some sort of connection, right? So, for example, like with Acheron? Dan, right? Dan, if we have, she very clearly looks like Alicia. I mean, we don't need to beat around the bush. She the wedding dress type vibe, the wings. However, she does say things that Alicia would never say. Like, don't let us meet again. Like, don't let us do whatever. So visually, yes, they look similar, but as long as her story is completely different, I was saying, I hope that she's the anti-Alicia. I'm hoping
this is going to be the most unromantic story.
Unromantic.
Yes, exactly.
It's going to be the most unromantic story of all time. You think so too, right?
I want her to be very selfish. I want her to end up like either sacrificing herself and to complete her own selfish desires. Okay? Like, and then we have to clean up the mess that happens from that from that
That's
happening.
interesting.
Like literally just anti-Alicia. Instead of saving everyone, instead of saving everyone, she's just extremely selfish, and then we have to like clean up after whatever she finally does. This will be the most platonic story of all time.
I mean, here's the thing: when it came to the confrontation at the very end of the trailer, where Remielle walks up to Sunbringer, in my eyes, and this is, you know, going way off the deep end, I'm like, oh, I can see that as like the little epilogue, like, you know, end cutscene to the first act of 3.0 3.1, where we see, you know, Ramielle's gone ahead of us and gone to confront Sunbringer, and we see them just meet up together. We go through other storylines, yada yada yada, but very easily, like, Remielle seems to have her very own agenda, right? And
for sure.
Yeah, and it seems like, oh, I need to find out what happened back then, or what happened to, you know, the Dan that was what's her name, the Void Hunter one, not Ramielle, Dan, the other Dan, Colonel Dan.
Like, that's it.
Oh, it's just Colonel Dan. Never mind. I thought she had a first name. Anyways, I was trying to reference her first name. Anyways, but trying to find out what happened to Colonel Dan that could, you know, illuminate some, you know, backstory, history, or something that you know, resolve some kind of conflict. I don't know.
You're talking about the pink one,
the old one,
in the trailer, right? Okay.
Colonel Dan, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, seems like she has her own storyline that she is going on, and then I don't know how we get roped into it, but
she literally showed up and said, "Bitch, answer my questions."
Yeah.
See, I found it interesting.
Really
because it's hard to tell, right? Since we don't really know much about what happened with the old Void Hunters. But the fact that we have these two people who, whether they're the old Void Hunters or not, they're clearly related very directly to whatever happened back then and with the old Void Hunters, right? So I'm glad that we're actually getting to see some conflicts between the different parties from back then. Because on one front, right, like the way they're presented is like, okay, a united front, all of these like people, all of these old Void Hunters, they work together. They all had their different role to try to basically, you know, push the wall back, you know, save New Eridu and do all of these things back then. But then we all, you know, throughout the story have learned that obviously things are not that simple. A lot of things happened that we are not aware of or fully privy to that have caused a lot of corruption and, I guess, death and stuff to happen throughout the years in New Eridu, and also probably directly related to the Hollows as well, and their appearance. So, like, I'm glad we're getting to see that kind of united front, which from the start is obviously not going to be as united as they ever presented to be, but being able to start to like peel back the layers of that and see the conflicts that are brewing amongst the different parties that existed back then is really cool. And like in the trailer, I feel like it kind of felt like Sunbringer was the final boss, right? The final boss that Remielle is going up to. But then, like you said, right, who knows what Remielle's goal is? Maybe Sunbringer is the one holding things together, and then Remielle is the one who's trying to go and like figure things out. But then once like she learns truths, maybe like she'll change her mind for her whatever motives she has. So either way, I really hope that there is like a pretty big actual conflict between them, and it doesn't just turn into it was a big misunderstanding, and then now we're best friends kind of thing. That that does happen sometimes. But I want to see some fights. I want to see more like conflicts between the big characters that exist in the story that are not just NPC and like various tops employees in the distance. So that is going to be really, really cool to see where they're going to take that.
One character we haven't talked about yet is Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah, there's a lot going on with her, I guess. Now, I've been seeing. We assumed. I still think this is the case. That she is Krampus because of the line from Promia in the 2.8 trailer.
Yeah.
However, I have been seeing people on Twitter saying that the other languages it doesn't match, and that line wasn't from Promia, and that they think it's from someone else. When I went and listened to both the JP and CN versions, they still sounded the same. So I don't know if that's just a me issue or if that's a whatever. I still think it's Promia saying that, and that she is still Krampus, especially because the idea of Krampus, the idea of Phoenix's name fits the entire thing of Krampus. Which shout out Six, I think it was Six who mentioned this in my chat when we first talked about it. But everyone in Krampus was given like a second chance, and so the name Phoenix of like being reborn and like being able to get back at it makes sense for it to be in Krampus as well. But it still to me sounds like in both CN and JP and Ian that it was Promia who said it. But what?
But she's so cute. What'd she do?
Well, my first thought when I saw her was she aesthetically she looks quite a bit like Seed. Aesthetically, she looks quite a bit like Seed. So then I was speculating that what if she was one of the other experiments, part of the program that Seed was a victim to back then as well, which would also make sense because Seed has extra ether aptitude, and then Phoenix rebirth, and then kind of like immortality, that entire concept there. And then the fact that their visual aesthetics are quite similar. I know there's the whole running joke, anyone with white hair is a clone type beat. I don't think necessarily they're clones, but it could just be like me looking too far into their visual similarities and thinking they have a similar look to them. But I think it would be interesting if we did get to see, more characters that are also connected to Helios Academy and whatever shit that they were doing back then. Because clearly they had a lot of stuff going. Also, speaking of Helios Academy, they showed the two other characters.
They did.
The two childhood friends, nemesis of Phaethon as well for a brief moment in that trailer.
We do not have their names.
So.
No,
okay.
We do not.
But I call them Aether and Sabrina from the Pokemon. Sabrina, the Pokemon gym leader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
I thought she looked like Kirigiri, Kyoko Kirigiri from Danganronpa.
Oh, okay. You know what that makes? Oh, that lines up a lot better.
Yeah, my chat kept saying that the dude was child from Genshin, just because the red hair.
I saw Akito from Project Sekai.
Oh, okay.
Very, very classical, like messy anime swoosh hair. Yeah.
But that's one of the things that I'm saying. Like, I'm so excited for season 3 lore wise because they're getting into everything that I've been wanting them to get into for so long. And them finally showing up from the photo is going to be so fucking cool. Because, like Chad's saying right now, I do want them to have a stand. I do want them to also have an Etheric Other. Well, they're going to
have a standoff.
We'll see. But can you imagine that though? Them literally just Wise and Belle just standing in the back while the other two. Yes, they're just literally did. It would be so good. Anyway, whatever. Man.
Persona.
Where was I going? Oh, the outfits that they're wearing. They have similar.
I didn't look at
when I
outfits.
was going through it with Comfy at the end, it seems like that they might be attending like either a school or they're gonna be working as like a.
Are you talking about Phaethon?
All of them: Belle, Wise, Phaethon, and the.
Did their outfits match Belle and Wise's?
Two. They had the symbol on the dude's tie had a similar thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and it could be taken as like the way he has his tie down. It could be seen as like the delinquent who doesn't want to like wear the attire or whatever. But yeah, either like a school type beat or working as like
university students or something. Maybe
I'm trying to think. Well, just under the company, like whenever you're not getting paid, intern. Yeah, they're like interning at Felina's company, and they have to like wear similar clothing. But we'll have to see how that goes. But the fact that they're here is sick.
I have a question. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Because so in the dev talk, right? You know how when I don't know if you remember this, but the devs, when they were talking about how they were creating or trying to imagine Roskillifer, they were talking about how like, oh, how do we want the players to feel when they're entering this area? Do we want them to feel this wowed and like this is something brand new? For like I don't know, I think I might be overthinking it, but I kind of got really stuck on the fact that they were considering nostalgia, because in general, right, it seems like we are delving in a lot into the Helios Academy lore, and then while we know there is like a Helios Academy that existed in New Eridu, and then like with all the Hollow stuff, but the thing about Helios Academy is it does seem like it was a really big organization too. So I was thinking that I feel like it's not that far out of the realm of possibility that maybe there are different branches of Helios Academy or different areas that are also connected to it. I feel like Roskillifer definitely has some connection to Helios, right? So maybe that's why they were saying, ooh, maybe like Bell and Wise, if they come back and they feel a little bit nostalgic, whether it's because there's things that remind them of Helios or because there literally is some Helios connected stuff like in Roskillifer, like whether they've been there before or not, just that kind of idea. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, there are probably gonna be aspects of Helios that are within Roskillifer just because it's Roskillifer, and the fact that the other two are there. We do know that Roskillifer what's the actual term? I know chat will be able to do it better than how I say it, but they mentioned that it was back in the old Eridu time period. It was labeled as a like off limits restricted zone. So I don't really know how intense the Helios like theme is gonna be like within
Impact.
Yeah, but whenever they say more nostalgia, I think that they were trying to say that it's gonna be more like the vibes of like season 1, like the vibes of Sixth Street and stuff like that. We'll have to see exactly how they do it, because I would have the way that they describe it. It sounds like it's massive, like because I don't know if there's going to be a lot of. I'm curious if the entire zone is going to be how like the Limnian Hollow is, where you can like walk around with all the agents or whatever, or if it's just going to be like normal, like you're just Wise and or Bell, and it's just
they did mention something about them adding in like new zones as well. Like when I heard that, to me it just kind of sounded like what they did in season 2, where you have like city zones and then you have zones where you can explore, like in the Hollow. So I assume that they're maybe doing something similar, because they said maybe something similar for season 3, or I was a bit uncertain about what they meant by that, because I feel like for me, it's like I assume that whatever we got in season 3, that's kind of like the baseline now. So I felt like that would be the baseline going into season 3, and then they were going to add stuff on top of that. So I don't know if that was like what they were going to do. They were going to do like season 2, or if they had something in addition to what they did in season 2, like extra areas to even explore further or not. And I feel like the translations are sometimes hard to decipher. In the dev talks.
Also, they said that there's going to be the anomalies, which are hollow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like areas, where there'll be ethereals. So, it'll be interesting because I know, Josh, you didn't have much time, so I'm trying to like get to everything. I know it's gonna.
No, like I'm still chilling right now, so no, we're good.
Okay. Well, I was gonna just bring up Pyrois. As a whole, we didn't really talk about Pyrois.
I mean,
thoughts on that man existing or thing.
Pyrois is the stand, right?
Yeah.
A manifestation of our ether accumulation, something of that
sort. A manifestation of a burning soul.
Oh, I thought it was like we manifest it and then we wear it like a Gundam suit.
No, I think we get inside of it like a
like it's like we transform, Okay. We transform into
I'm down for an ethereal mech. I'm down like a Venom suit.
Like Venom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, one of us turns into it, and the other sibling controls it. Yeah. I think it's sick. I think the design is banger as hell. And I was talking about it with Comfy, but the idea of the Aetheric Others existing as like in general is I love the concept of it.
Yeah.
And the naming, the way that they named it, we're 1000% going to see other Aetheric Others.
Oh yeah.
Now, regardless of if it's the agents using them or if we just accumulate more Aetheric Others that we can just swap
We're collecting
between,
them like
literally
Pokemon.
Persona. Yeah. We'll have to see. But the way that it is Aetheric Other Pyrois, we're gonna get more Aetheric Others, which is cool. It's cool. I'm just saying. This just came into my brain, but like, how cool would it be if Professor Arche is actually an ethereal and we get Professor Arche as an Aetheric Other stand? Like the founder of Helios Academy, we get to wield him as a weapon. That'd be kind of baller.
Professor Arche, I choose you.
Wait a minute. Kind of cooking.
Turns into Litwick mid-battle.
Not to dampen the mood too much, but this is something I've talked about a little bit, especially with like these sort of like incoming story elements. Have you guys heard of the Iron Man effect?
The Iron Man effect?
Yeah, this is like a Marvel like MCU type of thing. I don't know if it's like,
I don't know what specifically this effect is referring to.
Yeah. So essentially this is like a very like overarching like theme with Marvel movies and a lot of, you know, superhero, you know, action movies too. If you take a look at Iron Man, the whole Iron Man story is like, oh yeah, like, you know, there's a lot of great plots going on, you know, Tony's, you know, overcoming his like inner demons, yada yada yada. And then at the end, it's Iron Man versus a bad version of Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
And then you go to like Captain America, you have super soldier versus evil super soldier. And then you go to Black Panther, you go Black Panther and gold but bad version of Black Panther. So like
same with Ant-Man too.
Yeah, same with Ant-Man, same with a lot of Marvel movies. I don't know if it's actually called the Iron Man effect, but like I know it to be as the Iron Man effect. So I just hope that the writing does add a little bit more depth and complexity with this character as somewhat of a plot device, because Pyrois will probably come to learn a little bit more about them potentially as an individual. Hopefully they're not just like, you know, etheric manifestation and has no personality whatsoever, blah, you know. I would hope that they add something to the story or have a character or characteristic that would give them a little bit more depth. But one thing that I don't want is that the writing just falls off a little bit short. And
for Pyrois, like as an entity, or there being an evil Pyrois that we have
just like the big bad of season 3 is like another stand user, which is not bad to say, but again, like you know what I mean? Like we develop all this like really, really cool stuff, and then at the end, it just like, oh wow, we get Stan versus Stan. And then there's like very little depth to it.
That thing I talked about earlier, you did not like.
Of the because here's the thing.
No, but the thing
that's what I'm worried about, because it can be an amazing idea, but a lot of the times when they just like introduce, oh yeah, I'm gonna summon big kaiju monster, and then we have another big kaiju monster, and then big clash, but like it loses the depth and momentum that they build up from the story. Does that make sense? So I just hope.
Is it kind of like how from before it's like the big bosses for a bunch of story quests in a row was person turns into ethereal, person turns into ethereal.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, like I think we're definitely going to have a Stan versus Stan thing with our kind of ex classmates / potential ex friends for sure. I don't think it's going to be the big bad. of the season, because now that we are bringing, some of the old Void Hunters in, or at least old Void Hunter adjacent characters in, again, because we don't know if they're actually the Void Hunters. I think we're gonna start seeing more types of ethereal enemies as well, probably. And I wonder if we're gonna get more of those. I forgot what the term is for them, but the really special ethereals like Nineveh, Geppetto.
Oh, the symbiotic ethereals.
Yeah, I wonder if there's gonna be like more symbiotic ethereals that are outside of the Lost Void specifically, or Hollow Zero specifically, as well, that might exist or become existing or become existing. Holy words. Yeah, I just don't think that they're gonna do just like, okay, we're just fighting a bunch of stands for every character. Because realistically, right, I feel like the stands are directly connected to Helios Academy, and there's only going to be so many characters that will be that directly connected and in the same sort of program that we were in, i.e., are those like two other people, those two I'm just going to call them ex-friends, because it seems like Phaethon did not look very kindly upon our parting for them because they burned their picture and scratched out. But yeah, so I don't think that'll be an issue. I hope that it's not an issue.
Yeah.
Because definitely, like, when they do repeat enemy types, it does, there is a little bit of fatigue that builds up in any game, I would say, that when it comes to stories. But again, because we're going into like the really big overarching plot lines again and really starting to see all of that come to a head, I think the types of enemies are just going to keep getting like crazier and crazier. And there's going to be lots of different things happening. So we just don't know what those different things are right now. So it's hard to predict exactly.
I will say though, I still think a stand versus stand moment, whether it's the big bad or not, is cool.
No, it's definitely happening. I think it's definitely happening.
Well, I don't know, because I don't like I said, I love the idea that the other Helios kids have one, but we genuinely have no clue what sort of experiments they could have had. Like we could all have different like implants.
100%.
Like different things. So we still don't really know what kind of implant Seed had. Or what was really done to Seed. However, I am really excited to see the dialogue and like the interactions between Wise, because of like what you just mentioned. The fact that our picture has them burnt and scratched out, but theirs
and their picture's intact.
Well, we didn't know. We don't know because the reflection was blocking all of it.
That's true.
So maybe theirs is even more fucked up. Maybe theirs is like they carved.
No. But the thing is, the part that was reflected was them. The part that was intact was still Phaethon.
True. Yes, you're true. Yes, that is a good point. So yeah, that dynamic, the difference there is very interesting. So, yeah, I'm curious to see their interactions. I think.
Oh, you know what would be so cool? Sorry, this just occurred to me. I don't know if this will ever happen. Probably not. But I feel like it'd be really cool to see someday, because Phaethon is kind of like a unit in the story, right? And then obviously they care a lot about each other and we're a team. But I think it'd be really interesting if maybe somewhere down the line, the other proxy that you don't choose, the other sibling, maybe like something happens to them to make us kind of have to have some sort of opposing, like some sort of opposition or conflict between them, whether the other sibling is, able to, but gets like corrupted to or something, or maybe we get corrupted because we do have the creator in our fucking head right now. I think it'd be really interesting to see some conflict between the actual siblings themselves, but I don't know what the realistic possibility of that ever happening is, because it's kind of like the two MCs. So I don't know if they would ever do that, but I think it'd be really cool.
I am thinking now of like they could pull like a May situation in like an HI3.
What happened with May?
Where May, like they had May and Kiana had the big like fight, and then May went to like the bad side to protect Kiana. And so in this way, it could be the other two students like explain what their idea is and what they are trying to do, and then one of us, whether it's us or the non-playable, the one that we didn't pick, is like, you know what? I kind of like that idea. And then they go with them, and then it's those three for a little bit, and then we barely see the other proxy. Yeah. They could do that type of thing, but we'll see.
I mean, just a little bit of ways along the other pond. I mean, we take a look at Genshin and Nocry. The MCs used to be very far apart and just like super isolated. Now with Nocry, they're honing in on that storytelling aspect, really getting them a little bit closer together, or a lot more close together in the past year and a half. So I don't doubt that, you know, Zenless and their storytellers can work some magic to like include more individualistic storylines for each of the two MCs. For sure. I think that's a super interesting you know, additional story or plot development that we could have in this new season, for sure.
Because they could do we still have there's one more tab in the video file thing that's not been used yet. So at some point we're probably still going to get a different style of like main story that we'll be able to select in the video tab. So whether they bring back the special episodes and then we get more cool like that, or if the final tab, if they do split up the siblings, then the final tab could be like their POV of like what's going on.
I love that.
But before I'm gonna derail us and bring us all the way back to, instead of the future, what's currently about to happen. 2.8. 2.8. We didn't really get to talk about 2.8 too much together. What were your thoughts on Billy, silly Billy and Promia?
Ooh.
Silly Billy. I'm excited to see what's gonna go on. Because so 2.8 is gonna be like more of the competition, right? We're kind of in the middle of it right now, so we're gonna get to see the conclusion of it, essentially,
the
and then
competition
whatever
is still on hold.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's on hold right now, but
yeah.
But it's still like kind of in that story arc, is what I meant.
Yes.
Competition adjacent plot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm just really curious to see, because in the trailer, right, we see some shit going on with remielle. Like, she exposes herself in front of us, her white form, which was the really mind-blowing moment, which is honestly like kind of nuts. See, that's like one of the things where it's like conflicting, because as a player, I like it when story plot lines and big reveals like that, you know, stay within the story, so then they really catch you off guard. But at the same time, they had to reveal it there because they were going to post the season 3 the teaser, which obviously also reveals it there, which is, and they have to market the characters, so then marketing always ends up spoiling stuff slightly. But imagine how sick it would be if we saw that in the story for the first time. We actually get to see her transform in front of us.
Like seeing the Aetheric Other, like Kaifer and the main story first would have been really cool. But I mean, I don't know. That's a topic for that's a whole other topic for another thing. I've been seeing a lot of people that are like, I always try to avoid the marketing and stuff, that way I don't get spoiled. And now they can't, because all us as content creators, we have to post videos everywhere, and we make it the thumbnail for clicks and stuff. So it's like, well, yeah, I mean, I get it. I felt the same way. I talked about that actually in 2.5? I was like, I think I would have enjoyed Xiao Guang's story a little bit more if I didn't know that she was already going to become a Void Hunter. Like, it was kind of clear, but like knowing that she was already a Void Hunter, anytime that there was like any stakes before she was given the Void Hunter title, I was like, she's gonna be fine. Because she's gonna get the title at the end of this story anyway. So I that's where I was like, I wish I kind of didn't look at the marketing, but I can't not look at the marketing in my position. So no, I get that. But yeah, I do think it'll be interesting to see her reveal that form and whatever happened for her to reveal that form.
Here's the thing though. Sorry, because I want to piggyback off of that.
Yeah.
If the story is genuinely good, you're gonna enjoy the journey, right? I want to kind of draw some comparisons, because with Ye Xunguang's story, a little bit inconsistent, a little bit, I would say the weight of the story was misplaced. I would say a lot of the depth and development a little bit lost, right? Even as a Yeshun Guang, one of Yeshun Guang's biggest fans, I can admit that, right? But one story, and I love to mention other Hoyo games. You guys know this. Arlecchino, when she had her, what is it, the story with teaser animation,
the animated short that got posted before the story came out,
that basically ruined the biggest plot point of that entire story. And again, still Arlecchino's story quest was it was bad. Like,
it spoiled the plot twist.
It's like they posted an in-game cinematic before it even came out.
Yeah.
They posted an animation of her backstory, but then her story quest in the game was literally related to that backstory. Mm-hmm. So then essentially there's a character in the animated short which we learn about, and then when you get into the story you immediately meet that character, but then it's like they act like it's all like mysterious, like, oh, who are you? You're just a random person, but we're like, I saw the animated short. I saw the animated short,
So
I see.
Yeah, the writing was written on the wall. But with that story, I found myself still enjoying it because the writing was just so well done for it. So it really comes down to, yes, you can tease Pyros, you can tease all these characters, you can tease, potentially, who knows, Ramielle becoming the next Void Hunter. But if the story writing is genuinely solid, consistent, and it flows and it develops very well, then I think the audience will be fine.
Yeah.
And also, like, another thing. Oh, the spoilers too. Just super quick. Like, another thing with getting, I guess, spoiled from marketing too is there are certain spoilers from marketing that are unavoidable, but at the same time, I feel like you can also kind of use those as red herrings sometimes too, right? As a story writer in games. So you could make it feel like, okay, this specifically is happening. So yeah, like, okay, Yeshun Guang's going to become a Void Hunter. But, like, apart from her becoming a Void Hunter, like, there's this, like, crazy other thing that you don't know that you learn about during the story that is going to blow your mind. And then, obviously, I didn't really feel like I got that from that. So then the only plot point that really mattered was, like, the Void Hunter stuff. And then, if you already know that specific plot point. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that if the storyline in particular has sort of like multiple wow moments, right, that are not just that one specific plot point, and you write the story really well, like Josh said, I think that it can still be like just as effective. Because I do think like some of the points in Amphorius and Star Rail, they did that, right? Like there's certain things that were like kind of obvious from the start, but then they kept kind of like blowing your mind with lore and things that were going on. And it's like, holy shit, you thought that this was the thing, which is really obvious, but it's also connected to this thing, which is like another huge plot point that you did not know about before. And it's kind of like that, right? Where, so like kind of like building on that specific plot point that gets spoiled while still garnering interest because there's other things that are going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I do like that. That's peak. I was gonna say, but my thing was just, I do agree that like along the journey, I enjoyed the journey with Xiao Guang anyway. But I know I've been bringing up HI3 a bunch here, but my HI3 journey, I watched all of the animated shorts before I even played the game because I didn't know that those were cutscenes in game. And I was just like, I was at the time I was on my, every like 6 months or so, I get thrown into my obsession with animation and my desire to want to learn how to animate. And so I just binged like a bunch of different like animation stuff. And I was in that when I found the Honkai animations. And I was like, I have never seen like 3D look this like good when they're trying to mimic an anime style.
Yeah.
Like it's so beautiful. And then I realized it was a Honkai Impact 3rd. And I was like, well, now I gotta play the game. But since I already watched all the animations, those are literally the climaxes of every story arc. So like I knew that, or I guess once the first one played, I knew that all the other ones were going to be in there. but having the context of who the characters are and how
it gives you a different appreciation for it.
It's a completely different cinematic when you have the context. So no, I totally get it. Also, yeah, real quick, I know we're jumping all over the place, but when I was talking with Comfy and we were going over the trailer, Chad just mentioned I really can't shake the feeling that Claret has a connection with Hugo because the vampire type thing. Because she really has like a lot of vampire vibes.
I think it was you talking about on Twitter where it's like Hugo said that there's no vampires in New Eridu.
Oh yeah, I joked about
that. But Ross Kaifer is not New Eridu, so...
It's in the sky. There's vampires in the sky. But yeah, I was talking with Comfy, and because I was like, it'd be really cool if Roxy is Corin's friend, right? And then that has like the connection of like bringing the Victoria housekeeping to Rose Kaifer.
Yeah.
And then Comfy was like, oh well, if she is actually a vampire and is like has the mask, Phantom Thief type vibes, then that could be connected to Hugo and why did I just forget the name?
Victoria housekeeping?
No, Hugo's.
Oh, Mockingbirds.
Oh, Mockingbird. Oh, you're the faction.
Oh my god. That would be the connection to bring Mockingbird in. Because then Victoria housekeeping and Mockingbird, it's still like on a Hugo. It's whatever. So that would be cool. That would be funny.
Oh yeah.
But
if they're going to do that, I hope that they integrate them a little bit better. Because like in season 2, hey guys, let's bring in Bellabog for construction in the background.
No, it was peak. You didn't like that? I thought that was fucking gas.
I needed a little bit more, I think. At least
they were growing their company. No, I like that. The ads were there. The ads were there way before that shit even started.
No, I will admit.
Before they got there, and then when they came in, they were like, "Oh, dude, our business is so good. We're getting shit in, we're getting shit in Wi-Fi." And I was like, "Dude, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, you go."
No, it was cute.
I was rooting for Kaleda getting that business out there. Although I will say, I was very sad we didn't see. Was it Kaleda? We didn't see Kaleda in the ad.
We did not.
Or was it Grace?
It was Grace, one of the two, Anton, and Ben.
Okay, yeah. So I hope we get. I mean, can you imagine if there's just like a random ad in Rose Kaifer for one of the companies down below? Well, there won't be, but it would be really funny.
Yeah.
No, it would be funny if they keep it Bellabog. If Bellabog just keeps every new region, and then they keep getting new construction jobs, that would be the funniest bit they could add to the game.
Oh my god, that would be
so
really good. They're like, what? There's a city in the sky?
Yo, let us get in there. We can build new stuff too. And then they can also come and learn maybe some of the technology.
I love that idea. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it works too because they're construction, right? So they will be traveling all over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bellabog Zenless.
I am curious how we actually get to Rose Kaifer. Like, is it through a fissure, or do we actually just fly up there? They
got flying cars and stuff. Like they can just fly.
I wanna fly away.
Well, yeah, but it's not like
we transform.
Like there's a fucking bus stop to get picked up.
We transform into our stand.
We went to Wi-Fi in a blimp.
We got shot down and then finished in a boat. So, but the blimp does not go that high. I mean, if they had no idea there was a flying city. Like, even when they're in the blimp, they can't see that shit.
Okay, I don't know if it's just my impression from how they introduced Ross Kaifer in the game, but isn't Ross Kaifer like not actually super public knowledge, its existence?
No, it shouldn't be, no.
Yeah, because I remember like when we first saw those notes, right? The voice messages, they were talking about like a secret city in the sky. So I was like, I feel like there's probably not going to be there won't be a transit line.
No, I don't think there's going to be a transit line. I think I don't know. We'll have to see how we actually get there. But no, it shouldn't.
Ramielle transforms and then lifts us very boobily into the sky.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
She breastily flies us there.
The mayor knew about Rose Kaifer. And like the two interesting things is the fact that they said that in regular Eridu, it was listed as a restricted zone. So it could just be that like that was towards the start of Eridu, and then people just kind of forgot that it existed, and so there's very little information on its existence now in New Eridu. But they could also just
be stifling information.
No, they could just make it like, yeah, people do know.
Yeah, I guess.
They did it with the Exaltists.
True.
Yeah.
They never mentioned it, and then all of a sudden, all the characters knew about the Exaltists. So, they could, but I'm sure they'll have a way to talk about it.
Yo, when are they gonna show us more BDSM designs? On the characters.
The twerking.
More muzzles. Put a muzzle on the humans. Why not? For fun.
Oh my god. Oh, a chat seems very confused. There are toy bang boos canonically in the lore. So, and if you did not know that, now you know.
It was suggested.
Devil Boo vibing.
Suggested, I feel like, is a little light on it.
Yeah.
Nighttime companion bang boo, and one of the versions was a triple plump bang boo. I really don't think they made it that subtle.
Devil Boo in a gimp suit.
No, stop.
Here's the thing though.
What else do you think the bang part of the name means?
No, we're done. Timely and Hari just messaged me and said that in the Minerva Storm belt painting there are cable cars, and I was going to bring up the fact that I assume that the way into Rose Kaifer is through the Minerva Storm belt. I'm gonna send this photo to you guys.
So there is transit to the secret
Hari.
flying city.
I am curious though, like if when exactly that's where we're gonna be going to the Minerva Storm belt, because did they say that we're getting new areas for 2.8?
For 2.8? I don't think so. We might get some story stuff, but we're not getting a full new area now.
I don't think so.
I was gonna say. I mean, I would like to actually see the Minerva Storm belt and not just be like a passing like.
It could. No, definitely.
We're gonna go there.
No, I feel like in the story they as an epilogue to introduce us to more stuff, because that's what they did for 2.x a little bit, right, with Yishen. Very easily we could see us walking up to the cliff where we see the cable car whatever thing, or maybe we go to the platform 9 3/4 or something, and then we stop the story there. You know what I mean? Very easily. No, 100%.
Do you want the long boo to be just a funny haha gimmick, or would you want a long boo to be a playable agent?
Playable agent, or a playable bang boo?
A playable agent, like a long boo that has so much individuality that they make it a playable agent.
See, the thing is, okay, if this was Grand Blue Fantasy, 100% that is becoming a playable agent. But because it's Zenless Zone Zero,
no, you think so? You don't want a cursed long boo agent?
That would be very funny.
Oh,
Do I think it's gonna happen though? That would fortunately not.
I mean, it's just your intelligent construct character.
It's like you can get more bang boos in a trench coat,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just bang boos in a trench coat. I mean, here's the thing: we can attach a freaking, jetpack to a bang boo. Bang boos.
Helios gets a jetpack.
Let's ride Longboo. Let's ride Longboo to Ross Kaifer.
No, that is not at all what we were saying.
You just don't have the vision.
True.
Simply.
I am interested in the Eos thing though. Eos getting a jetpack and the whole other whatever they said, the Bang Boo investigator log thing that we can upgrade throughout going through 3.0. I think that'll be really interesting too.
Because the 2.8 event, low Kirk annually, is going to be a preview of potentially some of the things we can do with the Bang Boo game mode, the permanent Bang Boo game mode that we could see in 3.x.
It looks so cute.
You mean excited. Eos actually having a kit?
Yeah. We can attach a jetpack, and then it can have multiple ways to explore the 3D Mario Land area type thing. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah. I am very excited for that event.
What else is there on the list?
Age, we can talk about New York.
Oh, Oh, the Zenless concert.
We can talk about the Zenless concert.
It was very, very fun. Very cute.
It was very cute.
Enjoyable. And actually not exactly what I expected, because it was more like a rave.
Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of, I don't go to raves. I don't party. I'm a loser. So I've never been to like a club / rave like that. But it was really cool. And the fact that people were vibing and having a great time, it's like you have a bunch of antisocial gacha players in one room at a rave like environment, and everyone was having a great time. So it was really, really cool.
Yeah, and I could breathe a little bit, which was nice because some people were like perched up on there was a second balcony, like level 2 balcony area, which you guys should go check out Asia's vlog to see more. Yeah.
Yeah, I recorded so much of the concert itself. Literally, my vlog is an hour long, and half an hour of that is just me filming the music.
But the music was pretty peak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they played they did some remixes, essentially, of a bunch of the EP songs, alongside some beats from the DJs themselves. But I think they struck a really good balance between having the Zenless music while also, giving some fun vibes. Yeah. It was so funny though. Whenever everyone recognized a Zenless EP appear, everyone went crazy. They'd be screeching. It would get so loud.
Yeah. No, like I've been a part of a couple like Zenless events. But when it comes to music or music festivals and stuff like that, like it is a whole nother thing when you can like, all your senses, right? You're hearing, you can feel the music too, right? Like, I've had my fair share of music festivals, long gone the days among status. But yeah, that concert was pretty fun. Bring back to the good old days, good old rave days.
That trip was so tiring.
It was very tiring, and funny enough, I was so tired I slept in one of the days. Slept in on the day, right? On that day.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know how that happened. To be fair, I was thinking about it because I wanted to say I'm so sorry for my slight ineptitude during the New York trip. Firstly, that was bad, but then I look back at it, I'm like, okay, I slept till like 1, I think it was, right? Something like that. Like we were pretty behind schedule. But then when I backtrack the time, that's normal like time that I would wake up Western time. So I'm like, oh, I just got freaking jet lagged. I got cooked.
It happens.
I got cooked. Yeah.
Okay, we still made it. That's why we allocate lots of extra.
That's right, we did.
Yeah, that concert did look really sick. I saw some clips of the concert online, and I really wish that I could have gone because it would have been really nice to see you guys again, and also have been there and been able to experience that.
Okay.
So you're gonna make it up with Anime Expo?
I do not have the money for that, but wait, well, when is it? When? Oh wait, no, wasn't that the one that I said?
No, you have conflicts.
Yeah, that's right. That's the conflicts one that I can't. Like, I physically cannot do.
Well, we could duplicate you.
That. Oh, clone me like Anby. I like that actually.
That's right.
Wait, no, bad things happen to the clones though. We don't want to do that to Az.
That's fine. That's not me. That's the clone.
Exactly. Have you seen Rick and Morty? Like,
but I did get to go to a concert.
Oh,
fun.
I went to the
concert?
The Hoyo Fair fan concert.
Oh,
I went to that, and that was super fun. That was recent. I was slightly disappointed. But well, okay. Overall, it was very peak. Okay, it was very good. I hope that they continue to have it at the location that it was at, but they probably won't. They definitely overestimated how many people were going to be coming. Because when we got there, we had tickets on the balcony.
Yeah.
And there were so few people that they moved everyone that was in the balcony down. and even then it was like half empty, so they had to move everyone like down and like up.
Oh no.
And because of that, instead of people only getting one of the cards, they gave everybody all of the cards.
Dude, that's so sick.
Wait, those are so
because
Yo, Cyrene card. I'm so jealous.
Now, the Arlecchino one, our location did not get it in time, so they have to ship it to everybody who bought a ticket. But
that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
here's the fact that they're shipping it.
Yeah, it is nice that they're still doing it. But there's Ellen.
Wait, show me the Cyrene one, please.
That's
I beg.
so pretty. Yeah, H, like from our concert, Sub Story, they messed up one of the merch items, didn't they, H?
Oh yeah, one of the thingamabobbers. Wait, I have it.
It's the VIP like scarf, like it honestly looks like a handkerchief. But like there was a handkerchief for the VIPs. They got special merch. And they miswrote, I think. I don't know if it was Angels of Delusion or I like the title of the concert.
Way.
What was it, H?
The title.
Yeah.
It was here. They miswrote Signal.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, Signal Lost, right? Yeah.
See, they said it was a handkerchief, but it's so massive. It's like ginormous.
It's like slightly larger than a handkerchief, but not like a full-on like.
Slightly? What do you mean
thing.
slightly? A handkerchief is like this big. This is like 9 times a handkerchief.
Hey, wait, where's the misspelling? What are they?
So up top it says Sig. No, that's the right one. There's a single.
Oh, it's on one of the sides.
Signal.
That's right.
Is that what you're saying?
Signal. Yeah.
Wait, no, that was still right, wasn't it?
No, there was a wrong one. I swear to God.
No, you had it. You had the second side that you showed. We saw it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see. That's crazy. That was only on one side.
Yeah.
Also, here's the actual ticket.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Apparently, they were supposed to like. Whoa! Oh my God, that's so pretty. Oh, do you want to see the one from the here? Wait.
Yes, please do. Also, just to give context, the reason why I was slightly disappointed was because Genshin and HSR had like 12 songs. And HI3 didn't have any fan songs. It was only the official ones, which was still very good.
Yeah,
it's very good because obviously all HI3 songs are great. However, Zenless and HI3 only had 3 songs. And I was sad, but they did play Jowsy P. Oh my God, that's so peak.
Wait, let me.
Wait, I need to get a binder like that. That's sick. What?
Dude, I'm literally because I'm moving, I've been looking into like merch storage and things like that since I have just a bunch of them in boxes. I still haven't done my giveaways. But yeah, like if you get like a binder and then you can get sheets, I'll send you links.
Please do. Thank you.
I have literally
there's like, at some point I'm gonna have to move.
Because you can get like the 3s. And then you can also get like 4 pockets, things like that to put postcards.
Sick.
Oh, that is so sick.
Yeah. Anyways, here, let me show you the ticket.
I love the reflection in the eyes that they keep doing. It's so good.
Yeah. So then this is the one side. Sorry, I can't focus my camera right now.
Do you have the Labubus available? I can show them. If not,
I do have them. I can also grab them. I have all the merch in my room. I just have boxes of merch in my room. Oh my God.
Oh, I just realized you have a nice little shelf set up there, Josh, for the or I meant like the tiered impact cards, the metal cards. That's sick.
Yeah. I wasn't able to show this because, before I had like this shelf technically horizontal on the wall. So like POV wise, you guys can never have seen all this merch that I had on this side, which I was like, now that makes sense. I can now show all the merch. Yes, I have this shelf with all of the cards.
So good.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that shelf looks sick.
Where you got that?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that shelf at?
Amazon.
Oh, that's so cute. What they gave? Wait. Were those free or how much were those?
No. These you have to buy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did you?
But I did actually buy a set, so I have 2 sets of these right now. I was gonna give them away. But you know what? Wait, no. I bought it because you can buy it. You could have bought them from the online Tokyo show. They were selling them online for the Tokyo show.
Right.
So I actually originally bought like my merch from the Tokyo website, and then it didn't come on time. And then at the concert, I got like another set. So I now have 2 sets of these. Which one's your favorite angel as?
Arya.
Oh wait, I'm not gonna see you for so long.
I'm not gonna lie.
I could put it in reserve.
I'm not gonna lie.
I could put it in reserve.
Hey, there's a chance I might visit Canada at some point.
Oh, okay.
May 22nd, maybe. Just a random day. Just a random day.
Not May 22nd. It's not gonna be May 22nd.
Could just just throwing it out there. No, but I need to fight you.
Wait, are you visiting May 22nd?
I'll check my schedule. No, I was about to say I need to fight. I need to fight you because Age knows when we divvied up the Labubus, they gave us extra of Suna, but then they left an Arya out.
We're missing an Arya.
I'm Arya-less.
Oh, I see.
So we gotta creator clash. We gotta fight it out.
We gotta brawl. I got you.
Yeah.
Brawl for the Arya.
Yeah.
And then chat gets a Nangong and Suna.
Yeah. The Nangong is very, very cute. The Suna with the blush is adorable. And then
Oh, you know what? I also have an extra of. So
that's sick.
Is it a hole in the middle, like for the heart, or is it?
No,
like,
it's plastic.
Is it
so there's a plastic screen.
Oh, I see. Cute.
Yeah.
That is.
So
sick.
I have an extra one of these too.
Did you see that they dropped the official like Nangong like octopus plush?
Yeah, the plushie.
Yes.
Wait, doesn't Josh have it?
No. Wait, no, not yet. It's pre-orders.
It's not out yet.
No, it's not out yet.
What's that pink bamboo you have in your back?
That's different. That's not the
right
octopus.
That's
the AOD one though.
It's the pig.
Oh,
there you go.
I thought it was the pink bamboo because they released like the pink Arya bamboo.
Yeah.
And then they also released the Nangong plush.
I've had this guy for a while. It's my son. Also, something that you guys may not have been privy to since we're just doing a bunch of show and tell. As you're gonna like this.
Oh yeah.
Age, you probably saw this one already. I don't know if I showed this one to you.
I want to see it again.
This is the new
Whoa,
set.
no, I have not.
Did you get the new set?
Hold on, let me.
Did you get the new set?
What the?
I don't know. Hold on.
And then
Why you have so many? As how do you have so many? Bro has the freaking Infinity Gauntlet collection.
Let me sort through mine. Let me sort through mine real quick.
Hold on, let me see.
No, this one's
Oh my god, I'm so jealous. What the hell? I only have this one.
The Common Rider
Which
one.
is also
That's
really
cute.
cool.
Yeah, that was good.
I only have the Starlight Knight one. Where'd you get those? What
It was in the Billy package.
Yo, how can I get a Billy package?
I didn't even know that they had like the chapter arcs, like
yes.
Because
I want
the Jane Doe. Yep.
No, you
the lighter chapter.
Yeah, you want this one. There you go.
My envy is seeping through the screen. Harumasa! Oh my gosh. Wait, no, because actually, Josh helped me get the little acrylic blocks of those 2 arts.
Yeah.
No, you have
arts.
Yeah, you have it. Damn, that's a stack, bro.
I know. I need to put them up in my room. I don't know where else. I think I'm gonna put them in the like in my bedroom because I don't really know if I have enough space to put them like in my office anymore.
Oh.
Beautiful. The acrylics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those acrylics.
I have the mini ones. But yeah, now that I have no more, now that I have expenses for life expenses, bills to pay. Unfortunately, I will be going broke on merch, or no, I'll be like, I have to exercise self-restraint.
That's
agreed.
Hard.
For the foreseeable future.
Agreed. What do you guys have any questions? We'll start. We'll do a little Q&A.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
When I read it, now to be fair, I'm really bad when it comes to meta stuff, and I did read it when I first woke up this morning. I read it as it's like there's special reactions now with different elements. Whenever you like have the wind thing, like when you fully get wind and then like that state is procced, right? Then if you proc another anomaly thing, then something special happens. But then I kept seeing a bunch of Doom postings saying that anomaly's dead now. So what is that? Yeah, what's going on there?
This, I'm not gonna lie, some of the Doom posting is low-key true. because it's just the math of it, right? It's at the end of the day, it's how things are interacting. It's the math, unfortunately. So it's very hard to be like, oh, it's a subjective take on it, because when it comes to how the math punches the numbers and how things interact with each other, it's very objective. So let's try to give a little bit of clarity with wind. So wind is very, very peculiar, because wind, in a sense, is going to steal anomaly.
Steal anomaly?
Mm-hmm.
It's stealing anomaly?
That's right. Let's
like
break
it's
that
going to
down.
take from the bar, the anomaly bar?
No, not quite. So wind will also be an accumulating anomaly, just like fire, electric, ice, ether, and physical. However, the effects of those, it is going to steal for itself to generate its own attribute anomaly effect.
Like Anemo and Genshin?
A little bit. Yes, you're keying in, like Swirl. How Swirl removes the elements and it creates its own generative effect. Here in Zenless, it's called the corrosive effect, which it'll boost the elemental output of whatever it absorbed. So if there's a fire anomaly, let's say you procced fire or you procced burn, you're going to steal that away to generate vortex, ultimately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But does it not, is the damage just not good?
The damage, the numbers will be different. That we'll talk about. The numbers are very, very touch and go, because that leans into leaks. But the philosophy here, what a lot of people are getting at, if you're taking away the burn, if you're taking away the electric or the shock, you're taking away the ice, you aren't able to disorder. Because vortex in itself is a disorder-like attribute, damage type, but you activate it from a skill very much like a bloom. So, wait, the idea is that we're blending these two concepts together to create a whole subsection of a reaction that it takes away from disorder.
So
is the best way to conceptualize it.
Disorder happens when you proc two different elements, right?
Yes. So when two elements love each other very much, as you know.
Right. Yeah, right. So my question is then, what's stopping you? Is it just if wind is in your account, like on the team? Because what's stopping you from having Yuzaha and Vivian, right? And then you have both of their things like just accumulate a fuck ton, and then have them both proc, and then proc wind. Would it not still disorder, and then you get the effect of wind?
Ooh, there it is.
And it seals the other thing out?
Here's the thing. This comes into the argument of ICDs. Familiar?
What are ICDs?
No. I don't know.
Internal cooldowns. So you guys have played Genshin at least once in your life.
Yeah. When
you interact two elements together, you can't reapply it within a 0.5 second interval. Right? Because then if you were to do that, then your other reactions are going to go like massive. Like you can go vaporize, right? But how people have been able to offset that is they go with Dendro and Electro comms, right? Because you can apply one of the electro sides. I forgot what it's called. Dendro Electro and then Electro Dendro. You can go back and forth, and that basically renders the ICD moot.
So basically like resets it?
In a sense. So it matters on how fast the application thereafter is going to be, if that makes sense. So I wish I could like write it out. I mean, if you guys want to like go to my stream, I can like literally like do like a MS Paint thing for you guys. But maybe I do it in post. You can apply, let's say you apply ether, right? Let's say your Vivian pushes out ether, you get corruption. You win that, you take the vortex, you reapply ether corruption again, and then you can disorder off of that. That is possible. That is possible.
Okay.
But you have to time it?
You would have to time it very, very well and in succession. However, here's the thing. Vortex also has ICD. So it can be a situation where your vortex disorder, it is possible. So it very much depends on the interaction, what the ICD actually looks like. And again, we haven't technically gone full practice with it, even though for those in the ether, for those in the, the miasmally induced hallucinogens, they may have seen some stuff already. But it is yet to be like fully in beta live for us to really get a hands on in how the timing works.
Okay, that makes sense. So what you're saying is people shouldn't be do posting until we get our hands on it and can figure it out.
Well, here, like a lot of it, again, is math. When I look at the verbiage, there are some things to be concerned about, right? Especially when it comes to, and two characters I love deeply in my heart, Miyabi and Arya. Arya wants to corrupt and then take that corruption and a bloom on top of herself.
Right.
If you take that corruption away, you're going to bloom off of the vortex instead. Potentially. So that interaction becomes a little bit different.
But the way I'm seeing it though is just you don't do wind yet. You wait until after you bloom and then you proc wind after.
Or because I also can't you just not use a wind character on your team?
Well,
I know, I like that, because I know, objectively, right? The numbers are probably, the bosses are probably going to be set up for win teams, right? Rupture every single new thing, but you can still use old teams, right?
You
don't put a win character on the new team.
You very, very easily can, and that is the kind of we would circle back to that idea, but I guess we're fast tracking it, right? But that's the idea. Not everything has to be wind. Granted, oh my gosh, the meta's wind. I can only use wind on my content. No other character exists other than wind and those who interact with it. That's not true. That's not true. And it's very, very easily proven with Zenless's, very arguably fast-paced changing and shifting meta, right? Rotations. In a sense, there's the bad that comes with the good, the bad being that we rotate a little bit too fast for people to keep up. But it is overarching. If you look at it across the schedule on months, it's relatively balanced. And again, that's more to the subjective viewpoint of it. But when it comes to wind, it doesn't seem like we're getting too much wind content, even though we're being introduced to wind already in 2.8. We are getting our first wind character off the drop of 3.2. Right? That's correct.
Yeah.
Very curious to see the pacing at which the players receive wind content, and then the environment develops the challenge thereafter. That's yet to be seen, because again, we've never really introduced a whole new element. Granted, rupture, but yeah.
But what you were saying is that as long as you get the rotations right, technically you could do that.
Yes.
You could proc the anomaly and then get the thing after. Okay, so that just sounds like the addition of wind. Okay, that just sounds like it's supposed to be anomaly on crack if you're good.
Yeah. So I like to put it like this. Elemental mastery in Genshin. There is a difference between applying hydro and pyro versus pyro and hydro, correct?
Right, yeah, because one vaporizes, one does something else, right?
Yeah, the multiplier is different. So very much the same, that in some instances it's optimized where you might not want the wind or vortex to be on at a certain point, or you might actually do want it to be on at certain points, and then you can capitalize on whatever. Or let's say because the vortex effects give me the corrosive effect that comes then vortex thereafter for the duration of it, you might want that effect to boost your elemental damage to apply more of that same elemental anomaly thereafter. So therein lies the, not really like 3D chess, but like, you know, when it comes out to mapping and when it comes out to, you know, developing your line for the more meta heads out there, you guys are going to have to do a little bit more tinkering with your applications, because this whole new element is coming in that disrupts the order of what you would expect, right? Usually you go element disorder, element disorder, right? Or element a bloom, element disorder, element a bloom, element disorder. Now we get in Wind, who's stealing that away, like I mentioned before, and you're going to have to play off of that and see, realistically, the only thing you can do with Wind thereafter is probably just a bloom. But you can apply a disorder technically after, but just, again, there's a lot of interesting interactions that we still have to figure out.
Yeah, someone in chat mentioned that the devs mentioned that they were planning on reworking some of the older characters to work with Wind.
I love how you brought that point up, because a lot of, let's say, the Doom posters are keen in on one particular very long-eared, Void Hunter character.
How long are the ears?
Pretty long, I think.
Are they all ears?
I think they might be all ears. But if the verbiage in their kit changes in such that they can interact with disorder-like anomaly reactions, that could include disorder and vortex, because vortex, again, works like a disorder, but is procced like an bloom. And it's weird conceptually, but when you guys will see it in its application, you'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's a marriage of the two, and now an offshoot as it steals the element away in order to create its own interaction system, or work within its own ecosystem, right? The windswept and then corrosive effect, buff your element, and then vortex thereafter. So very curious if a Miyabi-like character could also gain, and not only just gain her blue balls from the disorder, but can gain it from vortex too. Very, very easily we could see some tinkering around with some characters to adjust their interactions. 100%. But again, that's completely speculation as well. We have no information on that.
So just wait until we get our hands on it. So
yes.
We can figure out how it actually works.
Yes. I will definitely have like a comprehensive breakdown, and then kind of circling back to reteaching Anomaly from there, because the way that you think about application is going to change. Granted, if you don't include wind units in your team, Age, you're just living life, how you were, right? But
living life in 2024.
Yeah. You can definitely still use Bernice, Lighter, Yuzaha, and just flame the crap out of everybody for sure. 100%.
No rupture, no problem. No win, no problem.
No problem. We got M6 Lighter, guys. But yeah, if you guys are interested in picking out some of the 3.x units, quite a few of them will have some interactions potentially with wind. It's inevitable, understandable. And again, a lot of people, especially in the active community space, partake in that front leading conversation. So we just want to stay informed, but also pace ourselves as well. If you guys are participating in that conversation, pace yourself. It hasn't even come out yet. We haven't even gone to 2.8 yet. So let's just pace ourselves. All right.
Aokaku was way ahead of the curve. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Yeah. There's
Sokaku did not want to deal with that shit. Sokaku said, that's too complicated. I'm gonna be ice now.
I'm just gonna turn ice.
That's what she said. Yeah. She said, I'm gonna be ice now.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Sokaku though, right? And A rank supports.
Yeah, wrap up your point though.
Yeah, no, the last thing I wanted to just mention is, because I know, like, when talking about Wind too, right? A lot of people bring up Rupture and then kind of what happened with Rupture. So how they were worried that, okay, maybe like what happened with Rupture is going to happen with Wind again, where I think the issue with Rupture, from what I heard, was that they don't really have that many. It doesn't have much flexibility for agents, right? You kind of, I saw people saying you either need Dylan or Lucia, or you're kind of cooked. So I mean, if in 3.3 or oh my god, in 3.x, they hopefully do end up starting to add win character A rank characters again, then that could definitely help with making it more flexible to build comps.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just a possibility.
We already have one or two candidates for A ranks. One of them being the Beetle Girl, whatever her name is.
Beetle Girl.
The Beetle Girl.
Oh, the one that shows up that doesn't show up in the drip marketing.
Yep. I mean, very quickly, like we can talk about it because you also mentioned, the order low key has been released. We know the order from 3.0 to 3.5. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wait, so does that mean that we think they're gonna release Sunbringer in the middle of 3.x?
Yeah.
Or like 3.5 is gonna be Sunbringer?
So I'm probably gonna make a video about this because I think it's super interesting to talk about. They basically gave us the roadmap. And I think that's really smart of them to do, because before they didn't really give us a roadmap. They didn't even introduce the characters. They just showed their models.
And that was one of the big things.
That was one of the big
things.
Right,
about Lucia and Yadhari, is that I do think, on personal preference and opinion aside on their designs, I do think a big part of why they were also so extra poorly received back then was because they also kind of came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Right? Everyone thought that Spook Shack was a complete faction, and then they released two designs that people were not some people were fans of, some people weren't fans of. But overall, people kind of felt like, oh, these characters feel a little bit like just new characters to kind of shove at us to pull for, even though we don't know anything about them. And then, similarities to other designs that they were unsatisfied with. But now that we have an actual like visual plan in a way for the upcoming characters, they could still release extra characters in the middle, which would be very interesting. Like I know Wuwa has done that, where they gave a roadmap, but then they still released extra characters that weren't in the roadmap specifically. But having the overall roadmap for the like really big characters, I think is going to it's helping people sort of plan a little bit in terms of their pull schedules and also whether their expectations a little.
It's very smart. Let me break that down a little bit more. I want to answer Burnt Toaster though. What circus motif do you think Phoenix is? And you can kind of pitch in on that before I go on my spiel. If Phoenix is Krampus, what circus motif? I don't freaking know. She's juggling her fire wings. I don't freaking know, dude. Oh, maybe she's like
who's Circa?
No, circus motif. Circus, because the Krampus is like circus characters.
I did not think about that.
yeah, Krampus.
Wait, they were so right. Actually, I never even thought about that. Wait a second.
Yeah, so
wait. That's interesting.
Hey, maybe she's like the ring of fire and the car that goes through the ring of fire. I don't freaking know, Burnt Toaster. Don't ask me, bro. I'm cooked.
Oh, for Phoenix?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Fire breather
could be. Yeah.
Flame artist, just flame artist in general, I guess.
No, honestly, yeah.
I'm curious if we're gonna get more. I forgot what the name of Cecia's sector was, but we're gonna get Severian, right? And we'll have Cecia. I wonder if we're gonna get extra members of their faction as well in the future.
Yeah, the sub-Neps faction, kind of.
Sub-Neps.
I forgot what it's called.
I don't think it's not sub-Neps. They're just two separate branches of Nep.
Yeah. I just don't know. I forgot.
Like PubSec is the public security. Yeah, and then Severian Cecia is just a different branch of agents.
Exacto. Yeah, I just don't remember the name, so I also have to leave early. So you guys are gonna have to deal with us and our half brains.
And our lack of knowledge on names. I'm so bad at names.
Terrible. But I'll leave us with this because I wanted to kind of extrapolate on the release schedule. If you take a look at the releases of the actual like tease characters themselves, you could very easily say that's the exact order that we are going to get characters. Valina Norma.
Most likely.
We're getting Clarinet Lady and Roxy. And then we go to, I believe it's Dudu and Phoenix. Mm-hmm. Sigrid and Phoenix.
You keep calling her Dudu. I have to like
sorry,
process.
I just, yeah, my nick, I can't unsee it. Sorry. And then we go to Severian and Storyteller.
Wow, Ramielle, Sunbringer in the same patch?
No,
really think
no.
no.
Ramielle first, Sunbringer thereafter. Why?
Like one per patch?
Mm-hmm. Here's the reason. 3.0 is the research faction. 3.1 is whatever, the clarinet, the ironworker, whatever.
Weren't they something like mechanics?
Mechanics, whatever. Wow. That faction. 3.2 is Sigrid's faction. 3.3 is Severian and that side story. That finishes off, and then Storyteller, brings us into the last overarching arc with Ramielle and Sunbringer, 3.4, 3.5. And where is 3.4, 3.5 in the quarter cycle, actual year quarter cycle?
The end. Wait, it
is the end of the year.
And beginning of the summer. Yeah.
It is the end of the year. Very, very similar to where we had Yeshun Guang, and that storyline is going to cap us off the overarching arc, right? All your quarter four, holiday Christmas money is going to go to Ramielle and Sunbringer.
No, I had a thought because someone mentioned 3.1 is going to be the anniversary update. Yeah. So I kind of feel like they're going to release Ramielle in the Annie update.
Could be.
If I'm being completely real,
could be.
I feel like they're going to release her earlier. And then they're just in the drip marketing, they just posted her last because it makes more sense to post the two biggest characters at the end, since they're probably going to have some story and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like they could release her in 3.1.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Again, just a theory.
Because it just feels weird having Ramielle and Sunbringer back to back. I don't think they do that. Usually what games do is if it's for a gacha game, they do give people a little bit of time in between spending. So it's not crazy. So people can actually, spend, right? They can actually have some time to actually spend money because people are not as likely to spend exorbitant amounts of money in a short period of time.
Yeah. I mean, you could literally just transplant Ramielle, boop, push everybody back, right? 3.1, move her from my presumed 3.4, move her to 3.1, push everybody back, and then cap off with Sunbringer 3.5.
And if Roxy's an A rank, then, obviously she'll be on the banner. And then if she's not an A rank, then still gets shifted.
I think all the characters on that teased list are S ranks. And then the Beetle Girl is A rank. Pyro is a given character, right? So we'll see.
Oh, there's also that blonde dude who got his own shot. To be honest, his back shot didn't look that interesting. It's just a blonde guy in a coat, but
very Yoshien. Very Yoshien. Sorry, Nick.
Not even. Yoshien didn't even show up in the teaser. Did he? I don't think he did. He didn't show up in the teaser.
Did he? Yeah.
I don't think he did.
Didn't Yoshien show up?
Did Yoshien show up in the season 2 teaser? He did?
Am I trolling?
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, right? He did? Thank you.
I can't remember.
Yeah. All of them showed up. Damien showed up, right? So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. There's also the two Helios Academy other students.
And then
the
other students, yeah. So, yeah. They showed a lot of different levels of characters, from NPCs to main story characters to A ranks to S ranks. A lot more stuff than people potentially give that trailer credit for. So
what if there's two males this season and one of them's an A rank and it's the blonde guy, and then Severia's the S rank at the
yeah.
That's some copium I'm whipping right now.
You just need more men. People were complaining that they're like, Josh, why don't you want more men? I'm like, doesn't that mean you can give more love to Severian? So
he's the next Damien? No! Where was Damien? Oh my god, I miss Damien. I I'm really looking forward to seeing if they're gonna re-include him in the story, because I know where they left off is Damien. He's joined Krampus, but he's off doing like something else at the moment. Whether he's like training in Krampus or he's just sent on a side mission. I wonder if they're going to bring him back. Let him really like earn his. Not that he hasn't earned his spot already, but give him further involvement in
100%
earning more stripes.
Yeah, like Krampus has like a hand in the new season, so very easily could see them popping in and out, and very easily.
Hey, do you see that picture of the Promea with the puppy? Yeah, like in that one, don't they mention Damien?
Do they?
He's still getting hazed by Zhao. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, so they posted the marketing for Promea, and then she's holding a puppy, and then the caption.
All I saw was that dog.
She mentioned. Yeah, she mentioned that I think Damien is still getting hazed by Zhao right now, sent on hazing missions. So once his hazing is done, will we see him again? Yo, if only Az was here for this part of it, he would be freaking out.
Yeah.
He'd be like, please.
Please, yeah.
Damien Blazer #1.
That's your fault, Az, for being so in high demand. But that'll cap us off, folks. That'll cap us off for our comeback episode. I would say the very, very belated end to season 2, and we'll kick back off officially with some more preludes to season 3, going into the new actual Zenless Zone Zero season. So hey, stick around, folks. You guys know where to catch us on all of our socials. HKK, Azra Vanity, and Jay Shua. That's right. And
linked in the description.
And any message you want to leave to the folks at home.
Excited for season 3. I'm just really excited. I said this before, and I don't think I've been this excited for, I guess, a Zenless. Not necessarily just a patch, but Zenless content and stuff since launch, I think. So I'm really, really excited that Zenless looks like it is so back, and hopefully we're gonna get to see a nice amalgamation of all of like the good things that we had in season 1 and season 2, and then they can really give us a polished set of patches for this year. And I can't wait. 100%. I'm hyped.
The bar is set extremely high, and that's reflected in the chatter, whether good or bad, which is, at the end of the day, good for the game that people are talking about it. So
fun.
Yeah. Make sure you guys go check out all of our channels and check out all of our content. We are again so back, baby, so back. Thanks so much for joining. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.